Welcome back to the Tigers Den podcast, guys. I'm your host, Big C. Before we get started, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new, and don't forget to hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Got Game. Well, the win streak is still alive after our Tigers beat down the Bulldogs of La Tech 63-14. It was a back-and-forth first quarter, and then Grambling State rolled off 49 points in a row. Phil Austin got back to his gunslinger ways, 16 of 22 for 321 yards and 4 touchdowns. He carved that La Tech secondary up. On the ground, Charlie Brooks keeps his 100-yard streak alive, going for 122 and 3 scores. Will Higgins had a nice day with 14 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. At garbage time, Ellis Jones had 57 yards, averaging 9.5 yards a carry. Out wide, DJ Clark caught 5 balls for 81 yards. Will Higgins showed why he's such a dangerous receiver out of the backfield, catching 5 balls for 102 yards. Shout out to Gunn, Terrell, Pate, and Bradford. Each one of them caught a touchdown in the game. On defense, Josh Carey did it again. 9 tackles, a sack, and a pick 6. Jackson chipped in with 9 tackles, and Bridgewater had 6. Digging deeper into the stats, GSU dominated across the board, only allowing La Tech to convert 1 third down and holding Jamar Smith to only 77 yards passing. Well, with that win, our Tigers moved to 11-0 on the season. We take a look at the BCS standings, and Alabama is still your number 1 team in the nation. Our Tigers are second. USC is third. Miami and Auburn round out your top 5. Michigan, Florida State, Notre Dame, Minnesota, and Vatech round out your top 10. The way it's setting up, if the Tide and Tigers win out, they will collide for the national championship. Here's a look at the Sun Belt Conference standing. Grambling State is sitting on top, undefeated in conference play. Idaho, Arkansas State, and our next opponent, New Mexico State, trail. Win or loss, Grambling State will beat your back-to-back Sun Belt Conference champions. Here are your players of the week for Week 13. On offense, Notre Dame QB Brandon Wimbush with his 366 total yards and 5 touchdowns. And on defense, Josh Carey does it again. 9 tackles, a sack, and a pick 6. I want to show you guys the sliders I've been playing on all season, or actually since the beginning of the series. It's all Heisman everything, 0 player threshold. Home field and ice the kicker are on. Game rules, everything is bumped up except for roughing the passer. That is turned down due to the fact that so many are called in the game. And here are my sliders. I feel like these sliders give me the best game offensively and defensively. And the CPU sliders, everything is bumped up. Certain sliders you have to be careful with because it's overpowering, like the QB accuracy and running ability. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up down below. Now to the recruiting trail we go. We welcome another member to the recruiting class. Meet Wayne McIntyre. He's a 6'2", 337-pound guard from Arkansas, and he's a developmental player. He is a strong run blocker, but needs to work on pass blocking and his strength. We'll put the red shirt on him this year and get him built up. So the battle for the 3 players at the top of our board is heating up, and this is going to be an important week. Mike Collins has moved GSU to his top team with a trip to Mizzou this week. Same can be said about athlete Sean Edwards. Grambling State is his number 1 team, but he heads to Mizzou for his official visit. I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous about 4-star athlete Chase McCarty. We've been battling, but this week he visits Auburn. We could lose out on this very talented player. It's coming down to crunch time for this class. We have 3 big targets on the top of our board. Hopefully the official visits won't change too much. As always, follow me on IG, Twitter, and Facebook to stay up to date. At Big C Got Game, links are down in the description. So we sim ahead in our final game of the season versus New Mexico State Aggies. The Aggies come in 6-5 on the season with wins over UTEP, Troy, ULM, ULL, Texas State, and Southern. The Aggies are led by QB Josh Atkins, but he is out this week. His backup is sophomore Rory Smith. He's thrown the ball 24 times for 110 yards. Smith has a strong arm and some scrambling ability. It's important to get pressure on him early since he does not have that much game experience. On the ground, Anthony Mangum is the lead back with 848 yards and 8 touchdowns. But don't sleep on James Houston with his 244 yards and 2 scores. Out wide, O.J. Clark leads the way with 50 grabs for 646 yards and 8 touchdowns. Bryce Roberts is a dangerous tight end with 36 grabs for 574 yards and 6 scores. Isaiah Lottie is another dangerous weapon. He's got 33 catches for 382 and 3 touchdowns. The way it looks, our secondary is going to have their hands full with this receiving core. On defense, the Aggies are dangerous. They're led by DN Cedric Whitcott II and his 75 tackles and 8.5 sacks. His partner in crime on the other side is Matthew Young. He's got 74 tackles and 4.5 sacks. It's the secondary the offensive coordinators are worried about, especially at corner. This is the deepest position, and they all can cover. It's going to be fun to see how our wideouts stack up against their cornerbacks. And it looks like Kirk is rolling with the Tigers. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. And hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook at Big C Gat Game. And we'll talk from New Mexico for the final regular season game. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.